Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is pretty much chaos. Armed guards, retail theft rings, organized crime, chaos, really. So I've talked in length about what's going on in different states. I've given you heads up. I've said head on a swivel. Know your surroundings, right? Okay. There's a gas station in Philly. I know I have a lot of community members in Philly. I have a lot of family members that live in Philly. There's a gas station in Philly that's tired of all the crime that's taking place and in the parking lot, and they had to hire armed security guards to patrol the premises, and they have to project a show of force. Why? Because there's drug dealing, prostitution, and thievery in a gas station parking lot. Ask yourselves, the last time you went to the gas station, did you see anything like that? Just a question. In a society where police are widely defunded, which, in my opinion, is horrifying, where citizens are growing increasingly desperate due to food inflation, joblessness, supply chain shortages, worsening scarcity. I want you to prepare yourself to see a lot more of private security guards. I think before long, we'll see private security guards at grocery stores guarding against flash mob looters that target, like, the meat section, let's just say. Meat section, seafood section, things like that. Maybe even produce. You don't know. We'll also likely see more, like, armed security guards at banks, government buildings, commercial retail locations. Now, this is something that we may have seen before in, like, South America, where there are armed gangs, thieves, where they are a constant threat to law-abiding citizens and business owners. The hiring of armed security guards is a frequent sight in developing nations, but until recently, it was almost never seen here in America. But that's all about to change. Now, retailers like Targets, Best Buys, Walmarts, they're losing billions of dollars each and every year to organized crime rings. Target alone has reported $400 million this year due to organized theft operations targeting its stores. Now, the key phrase here is, in all of this, is organized retail crime. This isn't merely spontaneous, simple shoplifting, okay? It isn't the single mom or single dad that's down on his luck looking to get bread, milk, eggs, or something like that. No. No. It's a whole type of large, new type of, scale theft where teams of thieves, they are prepped, they're coordinated, and they hit high retail establishment, clean out its most valuable items, like that. And the stolen goods are then sold on, like, eBay, Amazon, online marketplaces, and they're either delivered to local buyers in exchange for cash. Okay? So, organized retail crime has actually skyrocketed by 26.5% in 2022. And this is year over year, okay? It now costs retailers over $100 billion every single year in losses. So then you have stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Best Buy, Costco. They will soon have to either shutter entire stores or hire armed guards to protect them. Now, this won't happen in every single city, okay? But it will happen in certain areas where it's going to become a necessity. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon, he's already stating, okay, that rising retail theft could force Walmart stores to close. And Target, they're sounding a similar warning. All right. Now, what was said was that Walmart isn't the only big box retailer dealing with an uptick in theft. Last month, Target Chief Financial Officer Michael Fiddelke, and that's Fiddelke, he said that shoplifting has jumped about 50% year over year. That is leading to more than $400 million in losses. And that was just in this fiscal year alone. Most of the shoplifting is organized retail theft rather than petty theft. So this McMillon, he also blames woke prosecutors for this problem, revealing his belief that left-wing district attorneys are refusing to prosecute crime. And I could see where he's coming from, because this is not the first time I've actually heard about this. Okay? He said that woke district attorneys and their policies need to be corrected, or the company will be forced to raise prices or shut their doors. In other words, if prosecutors are not willing to charge these thieves and lock them up, Walmart's going to have to leave town for good. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. So, in response to the perception of rising violent crimes and thefts, firearm purchases by Americans have exceeded 1 million firearms per month for 38 consecutive months. So it takes one good guy to own a firearm. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with that. So although 2022 is not the strongest sales year in recent months, gun purchases remain steady and will likely to exceed 15 million firearms sold before the end of this year. Body armor is also becoming an item of interest to regular people who previously believed that police would protect them, but they are now realizing that security is a personal responsibility. So everyday people, it seems to me, are realizing how quickly America is devolving into a third world environment with the risk of violent crime, which is ever so present. So what do you think Democrats are going to do to resolve this problem? Now, this is just a question. Okay, so New York Governor Hochul, What did they do? Okay. They banned the body armor for civilians. How stupid is that? Making sure that residents have no means to protect themselves from gunfire, from criminals, and home invaders. Are you stupid, Hochul? Are you dumb? Did the rubber band snap in your brain? Because I think it did. Okay? When police can't respond because of rising crime and plummeting funding, civilians are apparently not supposed to have any reasonable means at all whatsoever to protect themselves? Well, at least not in New York. So, I don't know. Because now in Oregon, okay, the state of Oregon, there was a ballot measure, okay, that recently passed that requires erroneous new training and purchase restrictions. Okay, we talked about this. It's called the Measure 114. Okay, remember I did a video on it, okay, with the purchase restrictions that are clearly designed to make it nearly impossible for citizens to purchase a firearm. And this also goes for military and police officers, okay? This measure has been temporarily suspended. Thank God. But listen, the federal judge on December 6th, she denied plaintiffs a temporary restraining order on the implementation of Ballot Measure 114. So the catch-22 with this is that no training program exists in the state of Oregon that would qualify a person to purchase a gun under this new law. Thus, it is impossible to complete the requirements. And this is not an oversight, this is intent. Okay? So, the bottom line with all of this, the very same left-leaning government officials who are defunding our police officers, releasing violent criminals onto the streets, frequently refusing to prosecute violent crime, and disparaging law enforcement for doing their jobs, they are also going to extraordinary lengths to make sure that civilians cannot protect themselves with firearms and ballistic armor and stuff like that. But still, remember, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? But the objective is crystal clear here. To transform America's streets into chaos-ridden war zones where civilians are helpless against rising criminal gangs and trafficking cartels. The chaos, it seems, benefits certain people in power, and they want the chaos to expand, even if it means innocent Americans are robbed, murdered in the process. Crime, it seems, has become a convenient tool of the political left in America. Democrats are now the pro-crime party, and citizens are increasingly realizing that they will have to be their own first responders. My advice? Acquire the tools that you're going to need. Get the training that you're going to need in order to use those tools. Practice and drill. Obey the laws, of course. Learn safe operations and storage. Become proficient, or become a victim. And if your current state won't allow you to own full capacity mag, boomsticks, ballistic armor to protect your life, I know it's easier said than done, but find another place to live. Sorry. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate you. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.